Hello, I'm Brandon, and this is my story. Before I became a Christ follower, I grew up in Texas with the fire and brimstone notion of church. Do this or go to hell. Growing up, my dad died when I was 4, and my mom had to raise me and my 2 siblings. After I graduated high school and I moved on, I kind of picked up my own way of belief and doing what I want. I kind of tore down Christ followers because it wasn't exactly what I believed in or exactly what I thought others should believe in, because I thought Christ was something that controlled others during the dark ages, and that's where it began and started. I met Ashley along the way. We had a pretty rough relationship so far, stress through depression, lack of money, lack of places to live, to issues with our son David. I started working with a friend's husband to help him out, and mine and Ashley's relationship actually had a fallout throughout. It was stressful. I didn't know where I was actually losing myself even deeper until we became homeless and ended up at Open Doors, which is where we ultimately had ourselves at the bottom of the barrel pretty much. How I became a Christ follower was at Open Doors. I met Joe Ader, who was inspirational in the fact that he created a shelter to which an entire family could stay. At my time there, I found out that I was actually extremely passionate about helping others, especially in the homeless field, in a sense. So after we actually got our place and we got in and were settled, I got a job working through Family Promise after weeks of hounding Joe and Marianne. But mine and Ashley's relationship really started faltering again. I was talking to Joe about it because I didn't want it to affect work. And he just was like, hey, why don't you come to church and see if anything you can get a sense of community, maybe some networking through it. I was extremely nervous, not knowing what to expect, expecting people to be like kind of pushy with religion in a sense. Instead what I got was people welcoming me. The whole time I was holding this connection card that they have. For whatever reason, at the end of it, I actually found myself checking Explore Faith. The following week, I met with Zach. We sat down, we had coffee, and all he wanted to know was my story. He listened, he even told me a bit of his own story, and it was like this weird, awesome connection that started happening. And that's where I started becoming a Christ follower. Since I became a Christ follower, I've been meeting with Zach like almost every week, every other week when we can. I read my Bible. I use the YouVersion Bible app every day. I even have started discipling a friend from work on Christianity. On top of that, work alone has been promising. Like, I've seen massive growth within myself and my influence on my peers at work. My relationship with Ashley has been dramatically changed. We actually say that we love each other more than we ever did before. Which a little bit still started with my kids, but it's a lot better. I've seen the change since I decided to bring Jesus into my life and work on that relationship. Today I'm taking my next step in baptism.